The Pembroke Mariner and Express newspaper has a new editor, and PACTV Community News stopped by to meet him.
I went to college for journalism. I went to Massachusetts College of Liberal Arts. That's where I decided I wanted to get into the field, and I got to be the editor-in-chief of the college paper. So after I got out of school, I worked at the Middleborough Gazette, where my job was, I was the reporter covering Lakeville, and I worked there for about a year. So I got to know how to do town coverage, and from there I took a job here, or for the last year, and I think it was a year and 3 months, I covered Norwell and Hanover for the Norwell Mariner and the Hanover Mariner. And then when the Pembroke position opened up, I had already been sort of familiar. I worked with the previous editor a little, Dave Polana, on a couple of joint stories. So I was definitely eager to get into it, so I applied for it and got it. So it's a different position. It's not, you're not just worrying about the news, you have to worry about every aspect of the newspaper, so it's a different thing. But I like it. It's very in-depth, very thorough, and you really get to know the town top to bottom. And I can already tell, like a month into the job, I really get a good perspective of everything in the town. Pembroke has a history of being very interactive with the editor to the public. There's been a lot of good communication between the editor and the paper, especially through social media. So right off the bat, that's where I wanted to start growing the paper, the product of the Pembroke Mariner and Express. A lot of regular posting to Twitter and Facebook, especially Facebook has a huge following in Pembroke. So we've been trying to do that at the same time, kind of bring that interactive feel into the newspaper itself. We've already added a couple things like Facebook feedback, and we put the poll on the op-ed page now. And I'm going to start taking walks through some of the nature in Pembroke, and so I can put a couple pictures in every week. Just try to make it a little more interactive with the community. That's the hope. Since I've been in the town, I've been pretty blown away by how open everybody seems to be with not only me, but with each other. Pembroke, for instance, I have what they call an owner-operator position. I'm the editor. I do a lot of the reporting. We fill in the gaps with freelancers. There's other papers like where I came from, Norwell, Hanover, which has an editor and a reporter. I was the reporter. Craig Salters is the editor of Hanover and Norwell. Because, I mean, no matter what the situation is, you're aiming for the best possible coverage, most well-rounded. You know, you want to make sure you hit the selectmen, the schools, you got to cover police, fire, anything that's happening. At the same time, you have to get human interest. That's why I'm so big on interaction with the community, because I'm always going to be able to talk to the police. I'm always going to be able to talk to the fire. I'm always going to be able to go to selectmen's meetings and school committee meetings. But the only way you're going to get the really cool, the really interesting person-to-person feature stories is by developing that relationship with the community.